Hello, how's everybody doing tonight? Trying to get this situated here because it's somehow gotten a little miscombobulated, but we'll get it sorted, get it sitting in the right spot again. How's everybody? Give me a hi in the chat if you're here on Facebook, or sorry for the noises. I'm still not quite happy with it. Yeah, so give me a hi in the chat, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch if you're on. Scoot away from the desk a little bit so I can just have a little better ergonomics going on here, guys. It's good to be back on this Monday after a great weekend. I hope you guys are all doing well. While we wait for some people to get in, I'm going to be just checking the other social media platforms to make sure everything kind of worked. See if our announcements went up. Yep, our announcements seem to be working just fine. Let's go to YouTube, see if we're live there. I think we are. Yep, looks like we're live there. And we'll check Twitch. Got a notification, so it looks like I'm live on Twitch, which is good. Yep, looks like I'm live on Twitch. We'll check and make sure it's still running. An actual video. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're good on all those things. Awesome. I hope everybody's doing well, staying healthy, staying safe with all the more craziness this week that's going on. I feel like 2020 is really rushing us. It's going nuts with all the different things going on. Yeah, so if you're here, say hi. Getting prepped to do this new streaming tonight, which is going to be good. Stop that. I got Pro Tools running in the background in my ear, so I'll turn that off, which will be good. Let's see what time do we has. About 5:32 is good. We still got a few more minutes to let people come in. Got a new song tonight, everybody. See if we got questions on the Instagram. I got the post late it was a pretty busy day. So let's see. Actually, that's really interesting, El Toro. I'm response to a question on Instagram. I'd like to talk about Dante a little bit. I was actually thinking about doing that a little bit. Dynamic EQ for vocals. Matt, I believe, is asking that. Yep, we can do some more of that. Some good questions, some good responses. But if you guys are in the chat or watching on YouTube or whatever, let me know down in the chat in the comments. I'd love to know who's here watching. My phone is dead, so I'm going to need to charge that at some point. But I got my iPad, so I'll be good. I'll be able to see questions. If you haven't seen the Instagram post, the story post to pop your questions in, go ahead and just drop those in the chat too. And don't forget all the normal things, like and subscribe. It's big season right now, but we got a lot more coming, as well as these live streams. Obviously, these live streams are every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. In sometime between the end of this month, beginning of next month, there's going to be a little bit of a gap, and the schedule is going to change a little bit, but we should be able to keep it fairly consistent. Still looking for anybody who wants to drop their own multi-tracks in to work on, which I believe will give you another perspective on things, just not using my own tracks. So if you've got those and you want to drop those in, give me a DM on any of the platforms and I'll get you hooked up with the link to do that. That'll be a lot of fun. I've got a friend, a mastering engineer of mine, who is committed to join me on stream to talk about mastering live stream and things like that. At some point, we had a date lined up, but some stuff happened, so we're lining up a new date for that. That's going to be good. Also, NAMM. The NAMM committee has a webinar that they've been doing, and I will be on the webinar on Wednesday at I believe it's 10 a.m. Pacific time, and along with Alex Fuller, who's a fantastic lighting director, and a couple other guys. I just mentioned Alex because I'm familiar with Alex. He and I know each other. We go back to my Hillsong LA days, and he works with Bethel, and he's worked with Saddleback and a bunch of others. So that's going to be fun. We're going to be talking about I believe it's 8 ways to improve your live stream setup and execution. So I'll be posting about that. Look out for that. So that'll be good. Let's see, what do we got on time? 5:35. All right. Like I said, if you're here in the chat or in the comments, say hi. Let me know you're here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly on over to the Pro Tool session now, and we're going to just start digging in, and we'll focus on a little bit of multi-band type work tonight with everything. It's a brand new session, and I'll just dig in and try to just mix whatever I hear coming at me the way that I would want to mix it for this particular studio session. It's a live recording again, so we've got some ambience mics. It's an outdoor event, so this was done in a tent, which is interesting. So not so many acoustic issues to deal with. So we'll get to hear some raw, unaffected capture, which should be good. So yeah, let's without further ado, let's get into it. So we'll turn on that one, and we will flip over to Pro Tools. And I just got to flip my computer over. I will have in my next studio for live streaming, I'm going to have a little bit of a better setup, so I don't have to keep switching the what's it called? Screens all the time. All right, so we're over here in Pro Tools, and I hope I didn't just mess up my streaming because I just hit a key command. Okay, here we go. So first things first, I've already started building the session, so I'm going to take a look at the session real quick and make sure it's doing what I want it to do. So we're going to start with, let's go ahead and turn, for the sake of listening to this and actually hearing what we're doing, we're going to go ahead and bring up some gain here. If it's too loud, I will affect this, but I do apologize. Hey, Evan, good to have you in, buddy. If you got any questions as I'm going through this, let me know. I can see the comments coming in. Evan's on Facebook, everybody. And we'll dial in. So right now I'm going to just take this threshold up, let this limiter not do too much other than lift some gain for us so that we can have a relatively audible level as I'm working through this. We're going to go ahead and take this off. So what I'm doing is what I would do on a console as well. I would flatten out everything, make sure that I'm starting with a clean slate, which is exactly what I'm doing. And if I look over here, I believe, yes, these are clean slate as well. So we're going to go ahead and continue to drop that channel strip on as a starting point. So I'm just using the built-in channel strip in Pro Tools as a starting point. But I am not going to keep myself to any rules tonight. If I want to use another plugin, I might. I'll try to stick to the Waves plugins because people have a lot more access to those. So I need some stereos here. Oh, I ran into a little bit of an issue here. So what I'm going to do is create 2. We'll go stereo audio tracks. I will flip over to here. And what I'm about to do is consolidate these mono recordings from Tracks Live down to stereo tracks to save myself some space. Keys 1. I apologize. Sorry, I don't have a cough switch yet. And this one will be keys 2. Oops, I hit the enter key a little too fast. Yep, keys 1, keys 2, and I'll go ahead and get rid of these guys here. Just delete those. Bye-bye. Cool. And we'll flip back over to the mixer. It looks like I have some MC talkie mics. I have a rando mic here that I don't know what that is, so I'm going to go figure that out in a minute. So those are the keys. We'll take another stereo here, and we'll just copy that over. And then here's our... so what I'm going to do, because these are vocals, I know I'm going to want to do some stuff to these. Actually, you know what? We'll hit the channel strip first. On a console, if I was using like a audio, a Live Professor, AudioStrum Live Professor, or Super Rack or Multi Rack or whatever, I would be usually hitting the console stuff first. So I'm going to continue on that line of thought. I already have some of these effects going preset up for me. I would do this on a console as well. I'd have some things dialed in the way I would want to have them. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that the auxes are set up in this session. Oh, the session's really nice and short. I love it. Okay, so I'm actually not worried about that bus at all. So I'm going to kill it. That was from a different session that we're working on. I will go ahead and make sure, yeah, studio. So let's go ahead and turn these guys down. I'm going to go ahead and just copy that over. You can't copy that setting in Pro Tools, unfortunately. Actually, I may be able to do this. I may be able to go all. I'll bring up, let's see, this one. This one. Nope, I guess none of them. Maybe this one. Nope, this one. Oh, okay. Look at that. We'll turn that one down. Sorry, there's a fly in here. Apologize. All right, so we'll go ahead and I guess that didn't actually work. I was hoping that this all group would allow me to just go ahead and do that. It doesn't look like it worked, but let's see what we have here. You know what? I could probably fix that by doing this. Modify groups. Okay, I guess it global. That's really interesting that it is not behaving for me. Let's do this. Insert send. Yeah, that's really where it's not behaving. Oh well, it is what it is. We'll just bang these out real quick. What I will do is I'll just redo them entirely. We'll do up to here, shift option, and we'll go plate, and we'll do a shift option. I'm setting this up like a console, guys, so if you see me put a vocal delay on a bunch of stuff that doesn't need it, that's why. So I'm just having it laid out there where I want it. This is also helpful when you're using things like the artist mix and stuff, so you know that everything's in the same place. But if you need to squeeze more inserts or whatever out, you could do whatever you want to do. So vocal delay, vocal slap, and then studio verb, which is my hall. Should really rename that, but it is what it is. So we'll go ahead and we'll check these by doing this. So we got a couple up. We'll turn these down. Ew, why are you being a bum? That's real interesting. Oh, graphic glitch. You see that, guys? That's interesting. I wonder if I can get rid of that by closing this buddy up again. Nope, that's just a very interesting graphics glitch. I wonder if Avid knows about that. Well, there you go, guys. That's just one of the many reasons why I never recommend using a DAW for your broadcast mixes right off the bat, because of stuff like that. And you may see something down, it may actually be up. You may see something up, and it may actually be down. So that's not cool. On top of the other issues with latency and crashes, go ahead and blow that one open. And we'll close it up, blow that one open, and then we got ones here. Let's go ahead and turn those down. Looks like that fly is back to bother me. That's going to bug me all night. I may have to be inhumane. Well, maybe it's not a fly. Maybe I can be inhumane. Maybe it's just a fuzz. All right, cool. So we'll blow that one down. Get rid of that guy. Cool. I think we're in a good place. So I'm going to start blowing through this real quick and try to dial in a mix. You can watch along. I've got a little zoom icon there in the bottom right, and I've got a little audio meter over there in the bottom right as well. So let's blow in and look for some nice consistent